The views and opinions expressed in this channel are those of the host and do not necessarily reflect the views of our guests. The views and the opinions of the guest do not represent nor reflect the views and opinions of the Lockoutmen channel, nor its host. Our guests' opinions are their own. This channel is for educational, entertainment, and informational purposes only, and utilizes fair use materials in accordance with applicable laws.
Take that out, check that 35 miles an hour?
Sir, that's all I'm asking. From the beginning, I said I cannot take a warning for that because I can't take that to court. If I get a warning, I can't take that to court and dispute that.
I'll write a different ticket. It won't even say 75 miles an hour.
That's all I was asking.
Listen to me.
That's all I was asking.
You're still going to be issued a warning.
Sir, how am I being issued a warning for that?
Drivers, what's up? What if you got pulled over and the officer tells you that you was going 75 in a truck that physically can't go 75? Now imagine that same officer refusing you to give you an actual ticket, just a warning, and then tells you that there's nothing you can do about it. What do you do when the system box you in like that?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
What's going on, drivers? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for listening. I am Lockout Men. And today, our story begins with a truck driver named K. Lamar from TikTok. Make sure you go over there and check out his TikTok page and let him know that you saw the story here on the Lockout Men podcast channel. Now, this driver decided to hit record during a traffic stop, right? Which a lot of you guys should do when you interact with DOT, law enforcement, troopers. You should always have some type of recording device in your vehicle, whether it's audio or video. According to him, he got pulled over for 2 alleged violations. One is driving 75 in the 70, which is kind of crazy to me. I always thought that they would give you a 5-mile grace, but I guess not. I guess it always depends on how the officer is feeling that day. And his second violation is being in the left lane in a restricted area.
Hold on. So that's what I'm saying. For you to issue me a warning for a speed that the truck does not even go, that I can't even dispute in court, that I can't take that.
Sign this. All right. I'm going to explain your other option as well.
If you're telling me, if you're telling me,
Moton?
Sir, if you're
Moton?
Sir.
Mr. Moton?
Sir, if
Mr.
you're
Moton?
telling me you wrote it on that ticket and you want me to sign it as a warning, I'm asking you.
I also issued this right here, look. So it does show our interaction right there. 1W speed.
Yes.
I just put in the comment section what you're doing, okay? That is
Sir,
it.
but you put in the comment section of something that I was not doing. Me signing that is saying that I was doing that.
I use a laser. Everything I do is video and audio recording.
Sir, we have a video and it's recorded as well.
Take it to court.
The speed is recorded. That's what I'm saying. I would like to.
Are you going to sign it or not? That's the last time I'm going to ask you. Go ahead and step out. We'll talk about it out here.
Sir, I would like to be able to take that to court and not get a warning. When you get a warning, you can't dispute it, right?
Come out. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. My patrol car.
Now, drivers, here's where things get pretty interesting, right? See, Kay calmly explains that his truck is governed at 73, literally cannot go 75, even downhill. But the officer claims that he clocked him at 75 using the laser. Now, the driver request was simple. Now, when the driver questioned it respectfully, I might add, the officer, he got into his feelings. He got aggressive. He started yelling and eventually threw the warning paper at him and just up and bounced, all while being captured in 4K. Well, first off, drivers, let's be honest. I'm going to have to commend Kay for the situation. He handled this way better than most people would have up under this type of situation. He was calm, assertive, and definitely professional in shooting the serves like skeet shooting, never missing.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Even when the officer was clearly trying to escalate the problem, See, here's what bothers me the most, right? It's about the power. See, if this officer truly believed the driver was doing 75, then write the ticket, right? Let the court handle it. But see, drivers, from this misconception right here, and it is a debate throughout the trucking world, the difference between actually getting the ticket and a warning. Both of them has the same consequences when it comes to your PSP report. Now, I do agree that if you're doing something wrong, getting a warning can be as damaging as getting the actual ticket. So why not just write me the ticket and I can take it up in court and I can fight the ticket to get that cleared off my license? See, given a warning, you can't contest it. It's a warning, but it's still damaging. See, I think that it's kind of crazy for that case because warnings can't be challenged. And sometimes they actually want you to sign off on a warning, which pretty much is admitting to guilt, right? You can't present video evidence. You can't call out the faulty equipment, or you can't even call out human error. It's a paper trail that goes on your file with no way to clear your name. Now, an actual ticket, you write me the ticket, give me a court date, I go in there and present my case and fight the ticket and presumably win. Now, see, in this situation right here and why the officer tried to escalate it, I'm thinking he's trying to get out of going to court because he know good as well that if I write the warning, it's still going to hurt the driver. It may not hurt the driver on his license, but it's going to hurt the driver on his PSP report when other companies in the future look that up. They're going to see that he has a warning for speeding. Not how many miles, but speeding. And a lot of companies frown upon that. So he can't go and fight that. And again, like I said, 75 and the 70, man. Wow, man. And let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Like literally throwing the paper at the driver.
You either take it or not.
Sir, can you please call a supervisor, sir? So now you just want me to take the warning. You see what he just did? He just threw the warning at me. He threw the warning at me.
That's just plain disrespectful right there. That's like, here, man, take this. I'm done. And I'm kind of glad that nothing else escalated out of that situation. But the total disrespect by this trooper is crazy. The driver calmly asked for a supervisor. He was denied. He asked questions. He got dismissed. He asked for transparency and got attitude. The whole thing, drivers, is exactly the kind of passive abuse truckers deal with on the road on a daily basis with coming in contact with irate troopers, DOT inspectors, or anybody else in the capacity of law enforcement and power. See, nobody talks about these micro confrontations with law enforcement that chips away at a driver's patience, reputation, and the driver's record. See, this was a power flex. And that right there is what makes this whole thing so messed up, man. So listen, drivers, you guys already deal with a system that is stacked against you, man. Let me just break it all down for you. E-laws, split clocks, dispatch pushing hours, DOT breathing down our necks. Now we got to worry about getting hit with fake warnings that we can't even fight. See, this ain't about to stop, man. See, this game is bigger. These warnings follows the driver. Insurance company sees them. Trucking company sees them. Carriers, if you're going to be an owner-operator, sees them. They all matter.
All the pieces matter.
And see, it is wrong to weaponize them just because someone questions the authority or knows their rights. See, that driver wasn't angry. He was pretty much informed, because like a lot of us, when we get into the trucking industry, we was always told, hey, accept the ticket and not a warning. Now, see, another driver, a female driver, got a warning as well, and she questioned that, and she accepted the warning, but she still questioned the fact that by taking this warning, it's still going to be as much damaging as just giving the ticket, and why not just give me the ticket? Now, if you felt that strongly about it, maybe you should have contested the warning and asked for the ticket anyway. Maybe in this particular situation, the officer just didn't feel like going back and writing the ticket out. I don't know. I guess it's just much more easier to just put in the comments a warning for doing 75 in the 70. That is crazy, man. But this driver right here, K, man, instead of being treated with respect, he was treated like a problem. And see, that's the part right there that don't sit with me at all. Because what happened to K ain't right, drivers. And if you feel the same way, let's talk about it. Until next time, drivers.
What do you think? Have you ever been given a warning for something you knew was BS but couldn't fight it? Have you had an officer get hostile the second you tried to defend yourself? If so, I want to hear your story. Send it to lockoutmenpodcastguest@gmail.com or drop it in the comments. Smash that like button if you've ever felt powerless in a traffic stop. Subscribe if you're tired of the system treating drivers like we're disposable. And share this with a fellow driver who needs to hear it. Because what happened to K_Lamar, 2484.